The following is the winners take all Extreme Rules mixed tag team match for the Raw Women's Championship and the Universal Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans, and Baron Corbin. And their opponents, the team of the Raw Women's Champion, the man, Becky Lynch, and the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins!
And don't get me wrong, I am in no way saying that Becky Lynch makes Seth Rollins any less of a competitor or vice versa. I am simply saying there are other factors in play on a human being level for two elite level competitors. Becky Lynch was only focused on the women's title. Seth Rollins only on the Universal. You throw romance, love, feelings into the mix, it changes everything.
How about we just look at the fact that these are, before even becoming a couple, two of the elite competitors in their division. Now they're just a unit. That seems like strength in numbers to me.
The one thing I will say is in mixed tag matches over the past couple of weeks, Becky and Seth have been very successful. Lacey is going to rue the day that she wrote Seth on her tights, and nonetheless, remember,
right, and it's embroidered.
It's mixed tag team rules tonight, so the women battle the women, the men battle the men. Extreme rules as well, although both teams will have to tag in and out of this match. Becky now with a kick right to the spine and then one to the face. And Lacey will make a tag, which will bring in Seth Rollins now on the other side. And Seth Rollins wastes a little time going right after Baron Corbin. Remember, once the tag's made, the other side does not have to wait to get involved in the matchup, as Seth did there. Corbin roll up for the Universal title and the Raw Women's title. Remember, every near fall possibility of changing both championships. And into the corner goes Rollins. Boot to the face by the Beast Slayer. Seth Rollins now blockbuster. Corbin in trouble. And Corbin gonna roll out of harm's way and take a breather.
Smart move, Extreme Rules, no count out.
He's getting right to it. Corbin wasting no time with that kendo stick.
Kendo stick in hand for Mr. Corbin. Again, completely legal in this match. Corbin, kendo stick, misses wildly. Rollins with a right hand, and here's the Universal Champion now. Like to shut up Corbin once and for all here tonight.
I certainly have to wonder what kind of things Corbin and Lacey have up their sleeves, given the stipulation of this match being an Extreme Rules match. Anything goes.
Kick right to the temple by Rollins.
Seth now with Slate Blade connecting to Corbin. And Baron has not been able to get out of the blocks yet in this matchup. Now, Lacey with a kendo stick.
Not so quick.
And Becky, will not take kindly to that. Do not upset Becky Lynch.
You don't touch the man's man, you get beat with a kendo stick.
The Irish last kicker, and now Rollins unloading. Why not? It's legal.
Get hacked on the phone.
I can't say that they didn't deserve it.
Get that ice bath running.
Pretty impressive, Corey.
Hey, you got anything to say about the relationship now, Graves?
Listen, stop poking and prodding. I gave my professional opinion as a journalist who knowledgeably knows. That's right.
And look at this now, Becky and Rollins. Baseball slide, suicide dive. Rollins again, Becky running interference on Lacey. Baron Corbin driven into the barricade, and it has been all Lynch and Rollins in this match.
Well, you got to be impressed with some of the chemistry. People have been questioning it online, fans wondering about the chemistry of these two, but they're firing on all cylinders tonight.
I'm not the only one. You try to vilify me. I'm an observer.
Oh, now you're supporting everyone online.
I support everybody. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Until you don't like it.
And now Rollins, Corbin able to block, and now the power of Baron Corbin. Rollins, though, able to counter. Both of these men in the ring have won Money in the Bank ladder matches in the past. Rollins cashing in, Corbin didn't.
Oh, rolling elbow, down goes Corbin.
Knocked out of the ring, and now Seth Rollins. And now Rollins Looking at Corbin.
Looking to make an
Looking for a
impact.
suicide dive again, and Corbin catches him with a steel chair to the face.
Brilliant.
Now for the championship. Universal Women's title on the line here, and a kick out at 2.
And you know, at that particular moment, Becky Lynch's stress level had to be through the roof, realizing she was half a second away from losing her championship as well.
The danger of this winners take all match.
Baron Corbin just mauling Seth Rollins with big right hands, former Golden Glove boxing champion.
Corbin's won the United States Championship, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He's played in the NFL, as Corey mentioned, Golden Gloves boxing champ as well.
Well, listen, I mean, if and possibly when Seth and Becky come up short tonight, I mean, obviously I know they're not going to get divorced because they haven't been together long enough, but they're definitely going to break up, and there's definitely going to be a...
What is wrong with you?
There's going to be a professional divorce. They're not going to want to be around each other if they lose their championship.
You can't get a divorce unless you're married.
Can I have a
trust me, I'm an
professional
expert.
divorce from you?
I'm an expert
out.
at this stuff now, Cole.
And a kick out by Rollins. And now Lacey Evans. Corbin said, give me a chair, and now give me another one. And Lacey Evans will oblige. Can only imagine what Corbin has planned here.
Lacey Evans just continues to taunt the man. Not a smart move.
Corbin with those 2 chairs in the middle of the ring, looks right at Becky Lynch and said, watch this.
Rollins.
Rollins, though, rolled those shoulders down. Is it enough here? Kick out at 2 by Corbin. And then elbow caught Corbin in the ear, and now Rollins has a chair. And we know what Seth Rollins is capable of with a steel chair. Oh, and so is Corbin, a DDT. Now Corbin for the championship. Hook of the leg here on Rollins, almost changed both the Universal and the Raw Women's title.
Becky Lynch trying to rally the WWE Universe behind Rollins.
Trying to rally Rollins as well.
Yeah, get him up to his feet.
And now Baron Corbin going to unleash on Seth with the chair right to the spine.
And every second of this has to be eating the man alive. She realizes how dangerously close she and Rollins are to losing everything. Their titles, their romance, everything.
Rollins bounced face first again a couple of times off the chair by Corbin. All legal under Extreme Rules.
I mean, how refreshing would it be if Baron Corbin became Universal Champion and Lacey Evans the Raw Women's Champion? I mean, it would be like a new coat of paint on Monday Night Raw.
It sounds
Corbin.
Absolutely terrible. We saw Corbin was his GM when he was at the helm of Monday Night Raw. No thanks.
And now Rollins, a kick right into the face of Corbin. Corbin stunned. And now Baron driven into the chair that he set up in the corner. Tag, here comes Becky, which means Lacey has to now come into the match. And Becky gonna meet Lacey with a steel chair. Lacey with a chair as well, but Becky, oh my God. That chair bounced right off the face of Becky Lynch, but it didn't phase the man. The man's still going straight ahead, right at Lacey Evans.
Completely incensed Becky Lynch.
Lacey whipped into the barricade, and Becky Lynch is on fire.
All of this volatility, all of this brutality, perfectly legal. Extreme Rules. The man making liberal use of them.
Adrenaline certainly on the side of the man tonight.
Yeah, the Raw Women's Champion. Becky Lynch. Oh, and Lacey, though, kicked the chair out of her hands. Missed wildly. Becky caught her with a kick. And now sends Lacey face first off the chair in the ring. And what does Becky have planned here?
When you're dating the architect, you start to get some more plans.
Exploder!
Oh, right out of the chair. Bone crunching. The Bexploder off the steel.
Lacey Evans has been spending so much time trying to get under the skin of Becky Lynch. Time to pay.
My goodness. Lacey is out of it. Becky Lynch off the second rope with a leg drop. Right out of the chair to Lacey. Cover to retain their titles, and Lacey gets the shoulder up at 2.
Credit to Lacey Evans for being able to survive That hellacious leg drop from the man through the steel chair.
Wait, you see that goose egg on Becky Lynch from taking that steel chair to the face?
I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, you're right.
And Becky.
Such is the situation with Extreme Rules, such is life.
Looking at Becky up as she heads up to the top rope now. The Irish last kicker. The Raw Women's Champion.
Gotta give it to Corbin, smart move.
Oh, and Rollins!
Rollins connects with Corbin.
And look out! Becky! Incoming!
Like a Van Maninator.
Brilliant move!
Tremendous teamwork by the Universal Raw Women's Champions, but
Rollins crashed hard.
And Corbin did too. And now Becky turns her attention back to Lacey Evans.
Nice leg sweep. Wow, such power.
Becky hit hard on her shoulder. And now Lacey up over the top, delivers the elbow.
Not all of it, right to the midsection of Lynch.
Lacey is nasty as they come.
Stop saying that, Cole. That's disrespectful. Lacey is not nasty. She is a lady. There's nothing nasty about the lady, especially when she may be the new Raw Women's Champion.
Moonsault top rope cover now to win the women's title and the Universal title. Becky survives at 2.5.
I gotta figure out what to get Becky and Seth for their housewarming party. I was gonna get them a trophy case for their championships, but that's not gonna work much longer. Look at the lip of Lacey Evans. Been busted open due to the brutality. It's not gonna stop Lacey though.
Lacey, we call her the sassy Southern Belle.
Here it comes. Here comes.
Tough as they come.
The woman's right. Lacey called it. There.
Oh, missed wildly. Becky looks for the disarmer, trying to lock it in. Lacey rolls her through. She's got the shoulders down. Kick out at 2. And now Lacey Evans. Becky, though, able to counter.
Reverse DDT. The man buying herself some valuable time.
Yeah, Becky's still banked up when she hit her shoulder moments ago.
Becky just narrowly avoided the woman's right. Here comes Rollins, which means Corbin's got to be in competition.
Yeah, Seth cannot go for the cover on Lacey. He has to cover the male competitor.
But Becky's in the ring with Lacey.
Yeah, Becky's down.
Yeah, but Seth's legal.
This is a matter of preserving what you've got. I don't know if this is what it's time for, but
seems it's tables o'clock.
I don't know. I think if Seth were smart, he'd have just told Becky to go in and make the cover. That was their opportunity. They could have been heading down Broad Street right now with their titles in tow.
Well, what do Becky and Seth have in mind here?
And think of how much Corbin and Lacey have just been tormenting Becky and Seth. Time to make them pay up for all that.
They got something in mind here.
Tables are out at Extreme Rules.
And perfectly legal. But a lot of times things backfire, and Lynch and Rollins are taking a considerable amount of time to get on the same page.
I think they've been on the same page. It's just taking a while to set up the tables.
I mean, as far as this particular plan they're working on at the moment, now is not the time for architecture. This is about survival. Winners take all.
Well, setting up the tables and using them to your advantage.
Sure, but at what cost? Lacey Evans has had at least 15, 20, 30 seconds to recover. The same for Baron Corbin.
All the more energy to toss her through a table when she's on her feet.
Corbin trying to crawl away. Seth Rollins will, and now Becky Lynch to Lacey. Oh, man.
Man, I'm tired of being right.
Oh, and Becky whipped into the barricade as well. And I got to admit, Corey, you had that one nailed as Rollins is sent into the timekeeper's area. And now Becky into the steel steps, and now it is all Corbin and Evans. Here's the problem, though. You got to get back in the ring to get a pinfall or submission to win the championships. And Corbin going to continue to inflict punishment on Rollins, bouncing him off the tables. Corbin and Rollins are the legal men in this match.
The kendo stick's not going to do the job for Corbin. What's he thinking of?
I think we're going to get a couple new ones. Someone call Bryce Harper, tell him to take some notes. We're about to see a clinic from two power hitters in Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin.
And Rollins right now is defenseless. And Evans and Corbin unloading on Rollins. Punishing Rollins. on, and you're telling me she's not nasty? What a disposition.
I prefer you use a different adjective. Lacey Evans is aggressive, sure. Ruthless, perhaps. There's nothing nasty about the sassy Southern Belle.
And now Corbin just looking to finally put Rollins away. And Lacey Evans as well. And now Becky Lynch back in this match.
Look at this.
Double choke slam.
That's teamwork.
Cover for the titles here at Extreme Rules. And both Becky and Seth kick out at 2.
Corbin thought he had it done. He already was tasting victory too soon.
Lacey not happy with that count. Remember, both Rollins and Lynch, they had to kick out there. If one of them had been pinned, the titles were both gone. This pace now has slowed to where it favors Evans and Corbin. Able to just pick apart their opponents, punish them, torture them.
Now those perfectly placed tables coming into play, perhaps.
Rollins now down to his knees, Becky as well. And there are the champions, or what's left of the champions.
Are you surprised, Cole, at the dominance to this point of Corbin and Evans?
Oh my God,
and
working together again as a team. Trying to put Rollins through the table, Becky Lynch now.
Oh my God.
Helping Seth out. And now it's Corbin and Lacey out of the steel.
That is no ordinary table. That is the steel ramp. Worse for wear after that one. Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin. We can take another look at this. Becky Lynch coming to the aid of Rollins. All that CrossFit's paying off for Rollins and Lynch. Great display of power this deep into a matchup, preserving their championships and their love life.
And now Corbin and Lacey in trouble as Lynch and Rollins drag them back to the tables. Well, Seth going to the apron and Becky as well. Oh my God, Seth going up top.
I like where this is headed.
Rollins to the top rope. Becky's going up there as well. Becky from the second rope. Rollins to the top of the ring post. Leg drop for Becky. Splash for
Rollins and Lynch both risking it all.
Things just got extreme in this Extreme Rules match.
With the Universal Championship and Raw Women's title on the line, Lynch and Rollins are leaving everything on the line. Take a look.
Becky with a leg drop. Now watch Seth.
Sacrificing their own well-being, putting everything at risk because the stakes could not be any higher.
Now Rollins will try to get Corbin back into the ring, try to pin Corbin here to retain both championships.
Rollins double checking, making sure Lynch is recovering.
Rollins now setting up Baron Corbin. Looking for the stomp here. Uh-oh, Corbin caught him!
Planted. Rolls him through. Deep six.
And is that enough to win the titles? Corbin cover. Shoulders down. Becky Lynch saving the match for her team. Incredible action here for the Universal and Raw Women's Championships.
Take a look at this. Baron Corbin, the velocity and the impact. Deep six connecting. And if it weren't for Lynch, Corbin and Evans would be champions right now.
You are looking at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is a Extreme Rules, the mixed tag Extreme Rules match. Becky and Seth defending their championships against Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin.
Evans sent unceremoniously back to the outside. Whoa.
Oh my God! No! End of days! End of days! End of days! For Becky Lynch! Right in front of Seth Rollins.
God, Corbin, that was too far, man.
And look at Rollins. Look at the look in his eyes. And now Rollins unloading on Corbin. And incensed in an irate Rollins. Rollins, the emotions pouring out of this man after Baron Corbin delivered an end of days to his girlfriend Becky Lynch. I've never seen that look in Rollins' eyes. Stop to Corbin. Evans can't believe it. She's getting out of harm's way. Seth Rollins looking for a second stop. And Rollins a third time. Seth Rollins into the cover. He and Becky retain their titles.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
And still the Raw Women's and
No!
Wait a minute, Paul Heyman's lied before. Paul Heyman, and wait, the Beast is lying.
Shut up!
Heyman didn't lie for a change. Mr. Money in the Bank is here. Brock Lesnar in the contract for a Universal Championship opportunity if he chooses to cash it in.
But we've seen Lesnar show up and not cash in before. The referee has to call for the bell.
Now look at Brock Lesnar. He is all business tonight. It's getting done.
Rollins just went through an Extreme Rules match. Lesnar's coming after him. Brock Lesnar with a German suplex. Heyman is still holding on to the contract as a second German is delivered.
Brock hasn't.
Now Heyman's calling for it. Heyman's calling for it.
Brock is cashing in his money in the bank contract. He's cashing in now.
Brock Lesnar is cashing in his Money in the Bank contract.
Lesnar's cashing in tonight at Extreme Rules. The Beast is stalking the champion. The big smile on the face of Lesnar.
It is now official.
Lesnar with Rollins up top. And F5. And F5. Covered by Lesnar. Hook on the leg. Lesnar's the champion.
Here's your winner and the new Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
Three-time Universal Champion.
The city of brotherly love was transformed in short order to Suplex City as the Beast Incarnate returned and reclaimed his crown.
The Beast rules again. Took advantage of Rollins, who not only physically, but emotionally went through hell in the Extreme Rules match. And Lesnar celebrates like only he knows how.